When it comes to eating right and eating healthy, I don't know about you, but a lot of times when I get to the grocery store, I think to myself, what do I buy? What do the experts use? So that's why we have trainer and culinary nutritionist Jason Sani with Active Mind and Body. And he's here with your favorite things that you use at home every day.
Yes.
What do the pros use? You got it for us.
This is it. So I just wanted to show off some current staples that I have that essentially are upgrades of the things that we love. You know, so how do we have a better flavor, something that's not going to spike your blood sugar.
And more importantly, what's in your shopping basket when you go to the store? Because I want to know.
And how do you use it at the same time, too? Because I've given so many people a list of what to actually go pick, and then I follow up with them, and then I pull up and it's hidden in the back of, you know, their fridge, their closet. You know who you are.
Behind the Oreos.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with this guy. See that a lot at the grocery store, Safeway, Fry's, Whole Foods.
Yeah, you're seeing these everywhere. So these teas right here, it's a kombucha tea that actually comes from a mushroom. There's like 10 different flavors. It's worth drinking. It's incredible for digestion. It's a naturally fermented tea that has, it's naturally carbonated as well, so it can be a great alternative to soda. This ginger one is my favorite because it helps soothe the stomach, helps with inflammation and digestion.
How many times a day do you drink one of those?
I mean, I drink one a day, but I'll typically keep it in my fridge and drink half, you know, maybe.
Because it does have an expiration, right? I mean, you can't keep it for months.
Yeah, I mean, typically, but it's, I mean, they're usually good for a couple months as it is.
Oh, okay.
And one of the best forms of a natural probiotic, which we need to keep our immune system strong, you know, our gut strong, and that's where our immune system, you know, pretty much thrives. Okay,
these two, what am I buying?
And then teas, so same department. This is just stuff that you can drink all the time instead of just boring water, which we need a lot of still. We have an iced tea that's naturally flavored, sport tea. You can typically get this at Whole Foods. I order on Amazon for real cheap, but it's natural green tea. It's got you know, a natural ginseng and yerba mate and eleuthero root, which is similar to a ginseng, without any caffeine. So it'll give you a nice little mental buzz. It's got a natural lemon hint, 0 sugar. So I always have a batch ready to cook with, add into smoothies, and so on. And then
very cool.
The next one is a matcha tea. You can get this one from Sprouts, Whole Foods, wherever. It's a green tea, so it's going to have a little bit of caffeine, but it tastes great. It's a very mellow flavor, and I use this in cooking and just to sip on.
Like in what? Like what do you make that would use this?
So I mean, if I'm doing a stir-fried dish, this is a way just to add a little bit of citrus and that tea flavor, which is going to help you know, neutralize the heat, so it's not going to burn, and I can use less oil. I can use it in a soup, you know, instead of a broth. I can use it in a smoothie or as a base of a sauce if I want to, you know, essentially, you know, dilute something down a little bit. And the antioxidants are totally worth it.
And speaking of cooking oils, this one, I know you've talked about it on the show a lot.
Yeah.
Coconut oil.
Huge fan of coconut oil. So coconut oil is the go-to cooking oil that it has a higher smoke point. So you can take it to a higher heat without it smoking and burning. So if you're using olive oil or vegetable oil, which you shouldn't be, and it's burning, that's becoming carcinogenic, and you know, it's going to create extra inflammation in the body. Coconut oil is made up of MCTs, medium chain triglycerides, which actually convert to energy a lot better.
Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah, right?
But for whatever's in it, it's healthy for us.
Yeah, so it helps your body actually convert energy. It doesn't need to be stored in your fat cells. It gets metabolized in your liver right away, and it's ready to go. So you can add this to a tea or a coffee to give it a little thickness. It will actually help suppress your appetite and make the caffeine last longer.
All right, I'll take a shot of that. Okay, what is with this? The flour, what's this?
Yeah, so it's a pea protein. So it comes from a natural pea. It's from a local company called Nutra Summa, who's nationwide now. But pea protein, this one's apple pie flavor, which is neat. It's heat stable, so you can make pancakes out of this. You can make muffins out of this.
Wow.
And then it has, you know, per scoop you get about 20 grams of protein, naturally flavored with stevia, so no
Which
junk,
I
nothing
changed
processed.
too because you told me to do that.
Yeah, still tastes
All
great.
that other stuff is out, just stevia.
Yeah, and so it's good for people that are not getting enough protein in their diet. It helps boost your metabolism. It can be added to oatmeal, cereal, or
you just
swap
sprinkle
it out for flour.
Top?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I can bake, like you said, substitute. So if it's 1 cup of flour, I use 1 cup of this?
Pretty much straight up, and it's going to actually do the same thing, and that we don't need as much sugar to your recipes as well.
That's amazing.
So very cool. It's growing a lot lately because people are realizing that, you know, some of these ways that are highly processed.
Is it gluten-free?
And it's gluten-free.
Oh,
yeah.
Even
so
better.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And what's this next one?
So it's an example of a spice that you can use a very generous amount of, you know. So how do we make healthy taste good? We need to use spices and, you know, herbs that have some sort of benefits. This is a great example. It's got one of my favorites, nutritional yeast, which is a cheese alternative. So not a brewer's yeast. It's naturally, think of it as more like a dehydrated, like molasses that is loaded in B vitamins. So the B vitamins are good for metabolism, brain, energy. This specific blend that I get at Whole Foods has a little bit of a chipotle flavor from cayenne, garlic, and actual walnuts in it. So pretty much no salt, no carbs.
Could I put it on my chicken before I grill it or my meat?
Absolutely, or after, so you don't even need to marinate it. It can be added to a dish, stir fry, and it's like a Parmesan alternative, or you can add it to eggs, whatever you want, salad, and it just gives you texture and a nice savory flavor.
All right, I love that. That will be in my shopping cart. And lastly, what are these three guys?
So these are great. I really try to encourage people to, enhance or, take a new perspective, what they're flavoring their foods with. You should never eat bland food.
There you go. I want everyone to see them.
But all these things that people are putting in their tea and their coffee are just making it so much worse. These stevias come naturally from a flower. I know we're all guilty here, especially going and picking up a latte from Starbucks or wherever. There's a whole line of flavors. You can get these at any local health shop. It could be Sprouts or Whole Foods or High Health. And they have tons of different flavors. There I'm showing off, we have vanilla, hazelnut, English toffee. At home I use chocolate a lot.
So instead of using that creamer that gives you that flavor that has tons of sugar and calories, you just do a couple of drops of that.
It will not spike your blood sugar, keeps your energy good. That in combination with like a coconut oil or almond milk, you can have your own flavor. So I always say get everything unflavored, do it yourself, because most of the stuff you buy flavor is going to be cheaper and so on. So upgrade what you're using.
Exactly. So we'll save on calories, sugar, and all around good health.
Absolutely.
So next time you go to the grocery store and I run into you and I have these things in my basket, you can say I'm a copycat.
Yes.
All right, Jason, thank you so much. And if you want to find out more information about Jason, just head to our website, easyfamily.com/yourlife or call our hotline